Hey guys, I'm using a different light today because my eyes are swollen. I had a mental breakdown last night. I feel like we're in an alternate universe, which is actually perfect for what I want to discuss today because it's not good. All right, so this was posted on Twitter. I don't know whether it's real or not. It might not be real, and we can hope it's not. This person tweeted, "This was found at a kindergarten library. This is what liberals are teaching kids. Absolutely disgusting." So let's note, kindergarten, very, very young children. The book reads, "When babies are born, people ask, is it a boy or a girl? A valid question. Babies can't talk, so grown-ups make a guess by looking at their bodies." No. Grown-ups don't make a guess by looking at their bodies. Grown-ups, medical professionals who have been in school for quite a while, look at the genitals that your child has and says, based on their genitals, they are male or female. If later on in their lives they find out that they were born in the wrong body and that they're trans, that's a different conversation. But as soon as they're born, they are male or they are female, or there are certain cases where it's not that clear, but in most cases it's male or female. It's not a guess. Some people say there are only two genders, but there are really many genders. How would a kindergartner understand what gender is? Just wondering. I want to know how it is that I've had graduate courses where we spend days upon days talking about what gender really is, but you have a fast definition for a kindergartner. I'd love to know how you would explain it other than boy or girl to a kindergartner. And then on the whiteboard we see that they write, "I am boy, girl, both, neither, just me." Like, the thing is this. No matter how many genders you believe there are, no matter how many you think there are, explaining that to a young child who doesn't even know what sex is counterproductive. They are going to be confused and they're going to not understand anything of what you're saying to them. So, if you believe that there are more genders and you want to introduce them to those 72 genders last I checked, do that when they can understand what you're talking about, so then they can be like, doesn't sound very realistic, but okay. But do it when at least they understand. Don't try to confuse them before they even know what sex is or how babies are made. Honestly, no. And for some people, there are more than just two choices. These are just a few words people use. Trans, genderqueer, non-binary, gender fluid, transgender, gender neutral, agender, neutroids, bigender, third gender, two-spirit. Realistically, how are we gonna explain that to a child? I just wanna know, because honestly, the same way that my lashes aren't working right now, it wouldn't work to try to explain to a kindergartner how gender works and what gender means within the context of the society they're living in. I don't know why we are trying to force these conversations prematurely onto children who will not understand what we are talking about, who will not be able to process the information. And it just seems so useless and counterproductive, as if anyway they could even use that in their everyday language, as if it would be appropriate for a kindergartner to say, "Hey, I'm two-spirit," or "Hey, I'm bigender." No. It's not appropriate because they don't even know what any of that means. They don't know what sex means. They don't know who they are themselves, so let alone understanding these concepts, which many times involve attraction and therefore sex and a whole series of other questions that cannot be boiled down to a binary like boy and girl, which is why you tell them boy and girl, because that's a concept they can grasp. Honestly, I'm just hoping that it's not real and that there aren't books like that in kindergarten, because no matter how you feel about gender and all that, introducing them at a kindergarten age surely is not the best way to do this. And it's not the way that I think any professional would recommend doing it unless they were trying to indoctrinate them immediately rather than thinking of their general well-being, of their understanding. I don't know, guys. What do you think about this? Have you come across any books like this? Obviously, I really haven't because I don't work with kids, so why would I? But let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry for the weird lighting, but it's nice because I feel like we're on another planet, so it isn't really happening on Earth. So it's just happening on this green planet, and it's nice to compartmentalize like that until I inevitably come back to reality and I'm like, it's all real. That's when I have mental breakdown number 2. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Thank you to my patrons as always, and let's get right into the fan art.